$21.6 billion outstanding. SSDI and SSI beneficiaries, and the shocking announcement. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of a report that was just released and some shocking numbers and an announcement that was released specifically pertaining to SSDI and SSI beneficiaries. Like I said, $21.6 billion is outstanding, and I want to bring this to your attention so you can be aware of what this means and if you receive one of these letters in regards to some of this money. Let's get into it and talk about all the details. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the latest details hitting the wire, doing all the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos. As things are changing very rapidly, I want to make sure that you're staying updated with what's going on and anything that may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything popping up you can possibly grab and or take advantage of. So again, thanks for being here. I truly do appreciate your support. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about the $21.6 billion on the table here, what this means for the millions of beneficiaries, about 17 million beneficiaries who receive SSDI and SSI benefits, and what this means if the Social Security Administration sends you one of these letters in regards to all of this money. All right, so I was just doing a bunch of research on this and reading a whole bunch of articles about this. We're talking about some shocking numbers here and some big numbers as well, okay? Here's what it comes down to. According to a recent report, in fiscal year 2022, the Social Security Administration clawed back, as in got back from beneficiaries, $4.7 billion of overpayments. But guess what? There is still $21.6 billion outstanding of overpayments to SSDI and SSI beneficiaries. That's a lot of money. Well, guess what? They certainly want to get this money back, okay? This is not welcomed information for a lot of beneficiaries. Now, why would I be talking about something like this? I want to bring this to your attention because here's the thing. This is a lot of money, and unfortunately, Social Security does not just forget about it and say, no, you're fine, don't worry about it. We overpaid you, and you're just good to go. Don't worry, we'll just write it off and just say, no problem whatsoever. No, they do not feel that way. Unfortunately, they will be coming after that money, and they will want to get it back in the event that you receive one of these dreaded overpayment letters. Have you ever received something like this? Yeah, a lot of people have. Now, here's the thing. As I did more research on this, I was trying to find a number as far as how many beneficiaries have received these overpayment letters from Social Security. They cannot give a specific number. However, the numbers that I did continue to come across were in the millions, okay? As in, people were saying millions upon millions of beneficiaries. How many exactly? We don't know an exact number. I could not find anything particular like that, but they just said millions of people, SSDI and SSI beneficiaries, have received these overpayment letters. Now, here's what's shocking about this. I saw some reports coming out. Some people were receiving letters anywhere from $10,000, $11,000, $30,000, $60,000. I saw one person that received an overpayment letter of $127,000. What are you supposed to do about that? I mean, seriously, what would somebody supposed to do if they received a letter from Social Security saying you owe us $127,000? I mean, seriously, you'd probably laugh at it, right? What a joke. But here's the thing. A lot of times, when these letters are received like this, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Now, obviously, you can try to appeal it and do a bunch of things like that, try to negotiate with Social Security to try to bring those numbers down, and it can work to some degree, but a lot of times, most of that, like the bulk of that money that's still overpaid in their perspective anyway, is still due. Now, how can they get this? Well, unfortunately, in some cases, they may garnish payments. They may garnish paychecks, things like this. They can do all kinds of stuff. They can intercept federal tax returns, refund checks, things like that. They can come in and get money like that. So this is not a good situation. All right, so this is why I wanted to bring it to your attention. In the event that you happen to be one of these people, now here's what's unfortunate about this. A lot of the times, the people that receive these overpayment letters from Social Security don't even know that they've been overpaid. They just randomly get a letter sometime from the Social Security Administration saying, we've been overpaying you for the last 19 years or 5 years or 7 years or whatever it happens to be, right? Some huge amount of time. It's like, wait, How didn't you guys figure that out sooner? And why are you letting me know right now? Well, unfortunately, that is the case. And exactly what I was reading about in some of these articles here, where these people have huge balances of overpayment. They're being overpaid for a long time, like years. In some cases, well over a decade in some of the situations that I was reading about. That's nuts. How could they go that long without figuring it out, right? Well, the problem with this is the people that are, trying to appeal this and coming forward, and the different legal information that I was reading about this, a lot of people are suggesting that this is not necessarily a fair situation, right? Social Security is supposed to be there to help those people that are, living with a disability, something like this, with limited income, limited resources, and all of a sudden, if they receive one of these overpayment letters where they're asking for tens of thousands or, whatever it happens to be, $100,000+ in overpayment, these people don't have the money. There's just no possible way. Most people couldn't do that. Most people wouldn't be able to swing even a $5,000 or $10,000 overpayment back to Social Security. So what are they supposed to do, right? So that's what a lot of people are suggesting, is that this is completely unfair. Social Security is supposed to be there to help these individuals, and instead they're coming in trying to grab all this money back. Now, let me throw this out there really quickly. This does not pertain to all beneficiaries, obviously, right? It's a small handful of the total beneficiaries who do receive SSDI and SSI benefits. Like I said, there's about 17 million in total. According to right now, there's about 9 million SSDI beneficiaries, about 9 million of them in total, and then there's about 8 million SSI beneficiaries. So there's about 17, give or take a little bit, 17 million beneficiaries across all of these benefits combined. So this is a lot of people, and again, that's a lot of money that they have outstanding, $21.6 billion. It's a lot. We're not talking million, okay? If we were talking million, that wouldn't be like, it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't nearly be as bad. But $21.6 billion, that's a lot of money spread out across not that many people, right? A few million people. Now, generally, overpayments don't typically happen all that often for Social Security retirement beneficiaries. It's just not that much. It's not that heard of. It's not very frequent, but it does happen, but most of it is focused around SSDI and SSI beneficiaries. Now, sometimes they say, well, beneficiaries who are maybe working or receiving some type of financial assistance from friends or family or something like this could offset how much their benefits should be, because remember, you've heard me talk about it before in other videos. If somebody is receiving SSDI, you can only earn up to certain levels, otherwise you go into what they call SGA, substantial gainful activity, and therefore benefits could be garnished at that time. Now, again, that's a whole other topic in and of itself, and I have videos here on the channel talking about that. SSI beneficiaries, again, this is a tough one, because even something as simple as a bag of groceries for an SSI beneficiary could be held against you, okay? Something financial assistance. Even if somebody is allowing you as an SSI beneficiary to live with them, that could be counted as financial assistance, okay? It is a rough program. So something else they pointed out as well is that a lot of these asset levels and different income brackets and income thresholds and stuff like this have not kept up with real inflation. Therefore, these numbers should be significantly higher. For example, the limits, as in the asset or possession limits for SSI beneficiaries, $2,000 for an individual, $3,000 for a married couple. Guess when the last time that was updated? Yeah, 1979. What is that? What is that even, 44 years ago? Yeah, something like that. 44, 45 years ago was the last time that was updated. Do you think that's a little out of date? Yeah, it's very much out of date, which is why the legislation is out there as well, to increase that from $2,000 as an individual up to $10,000, and from $3,000 for a married couple up to $20,000. Because of that, it has not kept up with real inflation. Well, again, if somebody with SSI has anything more than that, guess what? Benefits are potentially at risk, not putting people in a very good position, right? Anyway, I came across this information. I was doing a bunch of research on it. I thought, you know what? This is definitely a topic we need to discuss here on the channel, because this is very important stuff. And this is the livelihoods of millions of people that are relying on their checks, doing nothing wrong, who unfortunately have a disability, who's a senior, somebody who has low income, low resources, stuff like this, and all of a sudden you get a check, or sorry, not a check, that'd be nice if it was a check, sorry, I meant to say a letter. You receive a letter from Social Security, you're just minding your own business, doing your own thing, and you receive a letter that says, you owe us thousands of dollars. Not good. That is not a welcomed letter, right? So anyway, unfortunately, here's the situation. People will be receiving these letters, okay? Now, I want to make this very clear. This is not everybody, okay? I know this. I said that a couple minutes ago, but it's not everybody. It's a fraction of the total amount of beneficiaries that are out there. But again, this is money that's out there that they think has been overpaid. Well, in the situation that you receive something like this, you may want to call them right away. You may want to get legal representation, whatever you see fit. Again, I'm not here to advise anybody what to do, but rather I'm here to give you the information and hope keep you informed of what's going on here, and hopefully just kind of help you talk through this. This is a tough situation. Anyway, just want to make sure that everybody's aware of this stuff, as this is a real situation that's going on. And again, just want to do what I can to help you out, keep you informed, advocate on your behalf. If this is something that has happened to you, let me know down below in the comment section, which, by the way, do not leave any personal information down below, okay? Please do not do that. It's not my business. It's nobody's business. But again, I'd just be interested to know, have you ever received one of these overpayment letters? Let's just hope that nobody ever gets these. But unfortunately, that's probably not realistic to think. So anyway, sorry. Anyways, I want to share this with you really quickly. Some shocking stuff out there. It's going on. It's a lot of money. It'd be nice if in the event that they came across this, they'd just say, we messed up. It's our fault. Let's just write it off and say, we're good. Let's just leave the beneficiaries alone, because they're obviously minding their own business as well, trying to scrape by on $800, $900, $1,000 a month, whatever it happens to be, and it's a tough situation. Anyway, so I want to share this with you really quickly. Came across it, did a bunch of research, thought it was very interesting. These are some big numbers that we are talking about here. Of course, I'll continue watching everything very closely. Again, thanks for being here. Truly do appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and catch you again later.